Let's come here. It's more cozy. It's cold, and so it will be better. So welcome you all. We are now at the ocean. Oh, I have this, but I have here in the back, so I can just read there. I think it's fantastic here. We have all around. So we are welcome to the Ocean Literacy and Marine Science Partnerships for Global Operation. First thing I want to say is that for those who are following us online, and even you can see these QR codes here and there, and you can read the whole program of this session. At the same time, there's another QR code that is written registration. And even if you have registered before, you can go there and send us your email so that we can send you further information about the developments of all actions engaged by our three main partners. We have here the Asia, I will read not to lose any word because the names are big. Asia Marine Educators Association, AMEA. We have the Latin American, where is it? Wait, I'm lost now. The Latin America Ocean Education Network. I belong to RELATO, but I'm more used to use the expression in Spanish, so I was a bit lost. And then we have the Lusophone Hub of the Ocean Decade. They're the organizers of this event, and in name of them, I welcome you all. Now we can go to the other slide, please. So we have now the opening remarks with very important people, very engaged people that are fighting and putting all their energy to work for the health of our ocean. We will begin with a video sent by Peter Tottenham, the president of College of Exploration. You can read all his curriculum here.
Good day. I'm Peter Tottenham from the College of Exploration, here today as one of the co-founders of the Asia Marine Educators Association, AMEA, in 2015. I'm currently an advisor to the AME board and also the AME Youth Committee. I work from the College of Exploration, and 25 years ago, we were co-organizers of ocean literacy in the USA, with many partners. The Ocean Literacy Guide was created in 2005. In 2015, at the first Global Ocean Science Education Workshop in Rhode Island, the seed was sown for the formation of the AMEA. At the following 2015 National Marine Educators Association, or NMEA, meeting, I was chair of the NMEA International Committee, and with Professor Bob Chen from Boston, Professor Tioshi Sasaki from Tokyo, Professor Ray Yen from Taiwan, Professor Mohammed Uddin from Bangladesh, and Emily King from China, we formed the Asia Marine Educators Association. Over the past 10 years, with Professor Tioshi's leadership as AME president and Professor Ray Yen's energetic work as AME secretary and the support of the AME board of directors and members, it has become a regional leader in marine education and ocean literacy. Along with the International Pacific Marine Educators Network, AMEA have organized conferences in Taiwan, Japan, China, South Korea, Indonesia, Philippines, and Canada. AME now has 163 members from 15 countries and 72 organizations. I wish you well in your endeavors to promote marine education and ocean literacy in Asia and South America and Portuguese-speaking countries during and beyond the Ocean Decade. Thank you all for the work you do to advance ocean literacy.
Thank you, Peter. And now, after a video, I want to welcome to the stage Craig Strong. Greetings from AMEA. He's the AMEA Advisory Board member. And then, as I said, if you enter the QR code to see the program, you can read all that. All these titles.
Hello and welcome. It's really a pleasure to be here and to see the growth of AMEA. And for me, it's a particular pleasure to start learning more about RELATO and all the great work that's happening in South America and Latin America.
Led by Yolanda.
And I've been on the advisory board for AMEA since it was founded. And it has been such a great pleasure and honor to see that organization grow and to see the incredible energy coming from especially Tsuyoshi and Ray, but also our colleagues all over Asia. And when we started the ocean literacy campaign and created the ocean literacy framework in the United States, we had no idea that there would be relevance or application outside of the United States, and it's been very exciting to see its utility and its value in other countries, especially in Asia. And when we developed the ocean literacy framework, we were thinking about science and science education and how ocean literacy relates to science literacy. In our work with Asian countries in AMEA, we've really been learning from the centuries of cultural heritage and cultural connection that those countries have with the ocean, that ocean literacy really is necessary for historical literacy and cultural literacy and economic literacy and in many dimensions in many parts of our lives that we did not originally address in the United States. So I feel like we've been learning so much from our colleagues in Asia that it's a real pleasure to see this event take place and to see AMEA and RELATO sort of take their spot and their space and have some light shining on them during the decade and really exposing the work that's going on in Asia to the rest of the world. So thank you and welcome.
And now I am very proud to announce, because for us Brazilians, she's like Her Majesty. Our Ministry of the Environment, Marina Silva, sent a video message for us all. So she's the Brazilian Minister of the Environment, and for the first time in Brazilian story, it's not just environment, but environment and climate change. And she has a whole department for the ocean under her. She's amazing. Her message now.
Senhoras e senhores, é com grande prazer que me dirijo a vocês neste evento do Hub Lusófono na Conferência da Década do Oceano em Barcelona. Quero parabenizar o governo da Espanha e a Comissão Oceanógrafa Intergovernamental da Unesco pela organização dessa importante conferência. Na presidência do Brasil do G20, queremos enfatizar o diálogo com os diversos atores da sociedade civil, elemento fundamental na construção de uma sociedade mais sustentável e igualitária. Estamos construindo no G20 grupos de trabalho que se traduzirão em recomendações conjuntas em diversos assuntos. O oceano foi escolhido como um dos temas prioritários no GT de sustentabilidade ambiental e climática. Sugerimos que os trabalhos sobre o oceano se concentrem em 3 grandes frentes: a busca pelo planejamento espacial marinho e avanço de gerenciamento costeiro e oceânico para apoiar o desenvolvimento de uma economia azul, sustentável, resiliente e participativa. O estímulo para que ações climáticas baseadas no oceano sejam incorporadas nos planos de clima de cada país em suas NDCs. E a promoção da ratificação do acordo sobre a Convenção das Nações Unidas sobre os direitos do mar, sobre a conservação e uso sustentável da diversidade biológica marinha de áreas além da jurisdição nacional. Estou segura de que as discussões em Barcelona irão impulsionar ainda mais o tema oceano globalmente para o bem-estar de todos nós e do planeta. Espero que tenham um ótimo evento e que as discussões contribuam para a sustentabilidade de nosso oceano. Muito obrigada.
Thank you, Marina. And now, I'm going to show you another video of another Brazilian marina, you know, 2 marinas. So this is Marina Elo. She's the São Paulo State Deputy of Brazil. There we go.
Eu sou Marina Elo, estou deputada estadual pela Rede de Sustentabilidade aqui em São Paulo e muito feliz e honrada por participar deste painel a convite do Hub Lusófono. Falar sobre os oceanos é falar sobre a vida, sobre o controle de temperatura da Terra, sobre os ciclos do oxigênio e do hidrogênio, sobre diversas vidas e biomarítimas. É falar sobre a nossa perspectiva enquanto humanidade. E eu acho muito importante eventos como esse ao redor do mundo, em que a gente possa colocar o oceano no centro das nossas discussões. É muito importante que a gente olhe para eles. E aqui no Brasil, nós temos 75% da nossa população vivendo em áreas costeiras. A gente tem um grande potencial de desenvolvimento a partir dos oceanos, que vivem uma grande fauna, inclusive espécies que vêm apenas para se reproduzir. Mas também é verdade que muitas vezes a gente tem usado e se relacionado com o oceano de forma predatória, com poluição, resíduos sólidos, pesca exacerbada, sem respeito ao ciclo da natureza. E isso impacta a vida de todos nós. É possível a gente ter uma outra relação com o oceano, gerando prosperidade a partir de turismo, pesca sustentável, relação de navegação, a partir de uma lógica de respeito às vias hidrográficas e garantia de uma relação de sustentabilidade com todos os negócios que impactam o oceano. E por que isso? Porque apesar da relevância e importância da atividade portuária, quando a gente olha para a bioeconomia, a gente tem uma oportunidade também de inclusão social de povos tradicionais, como os nossos povos caiçaras, indígenas e quilombolas, que podem gerar renda e se desenvolver a partir dessa nova lógica de relação. Eu, como deputada estadual, venho trabalhando bastante para fortalecer os oceanos e essa nova relação sustentável a partir de apoiar projetos com os povos tradicionais, como esses que citei, e também pensar um diagnóstico da nossa situação costeira. Estamos apoiando, a partir de nossa atuação parlamentar, muitos projetos que relacionam e pensam outras formas de atuar com o oceano, que a gente tenha a sua preservação como um pilar fundamental. Mais uma vez, obrigada pela oportunidade, contem comigo e com o meu mandato e a nossa luta comum pelos oceanos e um bom painel.
Thank you, Marina. Now we don't have another video, but we have another guest speaker, Julio Chamorro, the president of the Sea of Juan Fernández and Desaventurados Islands. I think he will speak in Spanish, and I will try to translate him. So don't run, please.
Vale.
Non corra.
Yo soy Julio Chamorro, pertenezco a una generación de isleños que en el año 85 recibimos la primera educación ambiental por casi la extinción de nuestro lobo marino.
Oh mi Dios, yo haré confusión. Espera. De nuevo, yo haré a casi al mismo tiempo, si no me pierdo.
Julio Chamorro.
Julio Chamorro.
Pertenezco a una generación de
I
isleños
belong to a generation of people from islands
que recibimos educación
and we have
ambiental
received environmental education
en el año 1985
in 1985
por la casi extinción de nuestro lobo marino.
because our maritime site was almost in extinction.
Bueno, ahora somos una generación que impulsamos la creación de grandes áreas marinas
So
protegidas
now I belong to a generation that is promoting marine protected areas,
de 750.000 kilómetros cuadrados.
750,000 of kilometers squares.
Es como España y Portugal juntos al mismo tiempo.
It is as big as Spain and Portugal all together.
Y para nosotros ahora el programa de educación es lo más importante porque somos el resultado de lo que
So
recibimos.
now the environmental program is the most important thing for us because we are the result of all that situation.
Pero también hacemos el monitoreo biológico, pesquero, ambiental,
But we also, oh wait, my God. So we also monitor the fishing,
biológico,
biological,
pesquero,
fishing again.
fishery, sí.
Please,
y
the Spanish people
ecosistema.
correct me. And ecosystems. Yolanda, help me, okay?
Eso.
Go.
Gracias.
Oh, that's it. Thank you. See? So let's see what we have now. Oh, this is very important. We have Kwan Biling, the event sponsor, and she's the Minister of Ocean Affairs Council. Where is her? Oh, it's the video, it's true. It's the video. It is as if she were here. She wanted to come and she couldn't, that's it. Almost there? Yes.
Good afternoon. I'm Guan Bilin, Minister of Taiwan's Ocean Affairs Council. It is an honor to co-host this satellite event with AMEA, RELATO, and the Lusophone Hub. Taiwan is located where the Western Pacific Ocean meets Asia. Our ocean biodiversity is 30 times richer than most places according to Taiwan's current fish database. There are about 3,500 species, accounting for 9.5% of the non-fish species in the world. It's our responsibility to safeguard the sustainability of the oceans. In the white paper announced at the United Nations Ocean Decade Conference, marine education includes the integration of marine education into national curriculum frameworks, building a platform for ocean literacy and training educators and youth with an international perspective. We understand how important it is to let people know more about the ocean to achieve the goals of the Ocean Decade. Taiwan is also striving in this direction. We have integrated ocean literacy into Taiwan's primary and secondary education, seeking for rooting down ocean literacy to younger generations. Through the meaningful participation like this event, we can work together toward a more sustainable ocean. In the end, I wish this event goes well and welcome everyone to visit this beautiful Taiwan when you get a chance. Thank you.
So Quan Biling, if you're watching us, thank you for the opportunity to be here together. And now we have 3 people that are going to talk to you. No more videos, 3 real people that are here. So they are Vania Duleba, where is her? Please, the stage is yours. The floor is yours. She is the founder of the Lusophone Hub of the Ocean Decade. Wow. Please, you can take the seat. And now I invite Yolanda Sanchez, the founder of RELATO, the Latin American network. And after Yolanda, Chai Dai Rei Yen. I don't know if it's like this, but I tried. The AMEA Secretary General. They're going to talk to you about what they have been doing.
Acho que sim. Sí, ahora? Sí. Sí. Okay, you want to start? Okay. Professor Rayen, Yolanda Sanchez, and distinguished audience at this satellite event. It is an honor to be here today to present the Lusophone Hub of the Ocean Decade. Lusophone refers to something related to Portuguese language. Currently, the Portuguese language is an official language in 9 countries: Angola, Brazil, Cape Verde, East Timor or Timor-Leste, Equatorial Guinea, Guiné-Bissau, Moçambique, Portugal, and São Tomé and Príncipe. These countries are part of Community of Portuguese Language Country, CPLP. Among these countries, 4 are part of the group of small island developing state seats: Cape Verde, East Timor, Guinea-Bissau, and São Tomé and Príncipe. The Lusophone Hub was established in 2022 with the aim of fostering partnership among academic decision makers, policy makers, and end users from Lusophone countries to enhance scientific knowledge, ocean culture, and public policies related to marine environment. Therefore, we are a nucleus supporting scientific, educational, social activity aimed at promoting international cooperation among Lusophone countries. We are based at the University of São Paulo and endorsed by UNESCO Ocean Decade, and the CPLP. The hub is supported by various Brazilian, African, and Portuguese organizations, as well as researchers in areas such as environmental management, diplomacy, public policy management, economics, law, international relations, oceanography, among others. We currently have 3 main areas of work. The first aims to enhance and promote partnerships among Lusophone countries to improve academic and professional exchange programs. We have agreements for international academic mobility for undergraduate and graduate students, professors, and technicians between universities in Brazil, Cape Verde, Portugal, and etc. The second area focuses on promoting capacity building, advocacy, and improvement of public policy for the oceans. We offer free courses of coastal and marine governance and management for public officials and policymakers. You organize events on Brazil and African relations with ambassadors, diplomats, academics, among others. The third area encompasses the Lusophone Ocean Public Policy Observatory, which seeks to establish a network of observers on ocean public policies and issue analysis reports. A highlight example of a multidisciplinary project in development is the Women and Illegal Sand Extraction in Cape Verde project. Illegal sand extraction in coastal area of Cape Verde is a subsistence activity for many families, especially those headed by a single woman. This activity has caused significant environmental damage, including coastal erosion and groundwater salinization. This practice passed down through generations and reflects an intergeneration problem and affects the health of the women involved. The project aims to propose solutions in public policy to mitigate the environmental impacts of illegal sand extraction, as well as to offer a livelihood alternatives and economic empowerment for affected women, such as financial education and opportunities for involvement in Cape Verde tourist sectors. Subsequently, this project will be implemented in São Tomé and Príncipe, which also faces serious issues of illegal sand extraction for construction. We thank everyone for their attention and support at this satellite event, and thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, here we are.
Yes.
So first of all, I want to make an announcement. I have lost my jacket, so in case someone finds a black jacket, it's mine somewhere. Now, I want to really thank. I just want to share with you how happy I am to be here after a lot of efforts and a lot of time thinking about the importance of being connected and working together. So this is an amazing example about we have people here from so many different places, countries, backgrounds, and I think that I think it's important to share that when I started to work in ocean literacy from Spain, and then I moved to Chile, and I started to see what was happening in ocean literacy around the world. We have people here that represent the National Marine Educators Association from the States, from USA. And they inspired me. But then I realized that it was also an European Marine Educators Association that also inspired me a lot. And then there was Asian Marine Educators. And then I realized that in Latin America, we didn't have that connection yet. Like we had a lot of projects on marine education ongoing. And we were a focus of many organizations who wanted to create marine protected areas and do a lot of things in conservation. But we didn't have this visibilization or highlight about how marine education was doing there. So I started to connect all these people that I mentioned and all the people that I met in Latin America and in Chile. So we have here a lot of people representing different countries in Latin America. And I started to connect all of them, trying to find a way to create something that's going to be helpful for us. It could be called a network, it could be a group of friends, but the idea it was to find some time to share our ideas, to share the barriers we find, to share the challenges we face, and try to see how to grow a little bit together. So once we start to grow, I think that gives us a little bit more empowerment and powerful to be part of the conversations where decisions are making and maybe education still has not voice enough. So I think that now, sitting here, sitting on the conference, sitting with all these people around, RELATO is part of that kind of decisions, and I'm so happy, I'm happy to say that. It's something that has happened because of the support of all the country coordinators that we have in RELATO, thanks to the support of all the networks around the world in ocean literacy that has believed in pushing this idea. We really want to have our first meeting in person in Latin America. We hope to be able to invite all of you to come. We hope to do it during the next couple of years. But having this kind of moments for sharing, for realize what is happening around the world, to also to let the people know how RELATO is growing. We are now 1,000 members, and for sure, if you are not registered yet, just go to the website and make the registration. Everything is for free. And we just are more than grateful to be part of the conversation, to be part of the decision, and also want to give a special thanks for the main organizer of this event, because we have been pushing everything, but he has bring more than a love and powerful. And I was so happy because in the last years I have been more in touch with other organizations in networking in ocean literacy, but this is the first time that we can really collaborate doing something, and I think this is a very important starting point for all things that are coming for the next years, working together, so thanks a lot. And more than welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here at the lunchtime. So, thank you.
So thank you so much. As Peter said, 10 years ago, and we, 3 Asian people getting together in Rhode Island, and Joshi, me, we also American, and Bangladesh, Muhammad, and we get together and say, we need someone to get more cooperation. So we started AMEA 10 years ago. 5 years ago, I met Yolanda in New Hampshire. Yes, 5 years ago. And we have a first met, and Yolanda said she need to organize the Latin American because it's not in the war. Like the first time I joined the AMEA conference, I think I like aliens because no one cares about me. I'm just an Asian, and that's an American game. And 5 years, and Latin American organized the RELATO. This year, and we submit the proposal and was be integrated by Lusophone Ocean Decade. So 10 years, 5 years, and now we're getting together. And when I joined the 2 days and conference, I would say always the middles, the central or the middles is Europe. We are not in the war. So in the map, and we cannot see, you're told to crack that the sea is just the Mediterranean Sea. But we talking about one war. We're talking about one ocean, and we cannot see the Asia part. So that's why we get together. So I appreciate that we can be here and making together and creating something to make connections. So 10 years, 5 years, this year, and what is the next decade? So everyone should get this handbook. If you didn't get a handbook, and this time, and we bring the handbook, and this handbook is representing the Asian contribution in just 10 years, what we are doing. So as I say that, and we have the first meeting, as Peter showed the pictures in Rhode Island, no one can imagine what happened. And Bangladesh, Muhammad, Professor Woodings would like to come, but come here, have to spend 3 years, 2 years salary, who can come here? We need to help each other. And there's a lot of people like Taiwan, we have, Lydia spends 3 months salary come here. That is, we need to cooperate, we need to help each other. So we organized the first conference, and actually the first workshop headquarters in Japan, just 2015, after we met in Rhode Island and go back, and we immediately to say, we need to go to Japan, we need personally to meet each other, and we know you, or online never happened anything. So we organized first conference in Taiwan, 2016, and then no one would like to organize the next conference, the same. Where's the budget? And Philippines say, yes, I can do it. yes. And Angelica Barons in my app is organized the second. And then we say, whoa, 1 year, too much pressure, we can't do it. So we 2 years one time. And then we go to China. China, you know, money a lot. And thank you, Ma Yong said, we organized a big event, 2019 in Qingdao, Ocean University of China. And we have so many people there traveling there. And the same problem, who got to be organized the next one? We don't have budget. We appreciate Shin Chun-kin and Kim Jong-un, and they organized the first conference in Seoul. It's under pandemic, 2022. Who can help the pandemic? How can we organize everyone getting together? We go there and we spend 80,000 yen to get a test for and I got the information say, no, your test is not approved. You have to do it again. So I don't want to pay another 80,000 again. So we have the first conference in Seoul. What is the next? We don't know. So originally we wanted to organize in Hong Kong, but still challenges. So what we have to do is to helping each other. So if you can see 1-3, we have a very important advisory, Douglas Devine, and he passed away on the ocean when he fishing. And just pictures, and he bring a mini boat to Philippines, to Taiwan, take off the shoes and teach us how to do the marine education. So there's so many people inspiring us. So we have some strategic goal, including the first one is encourage the ocean literacy in Asia. The second is strengthening the cooperation of marine education in Asia countries. The key focus 3, encourage the youth participant in marine education. And the first is strengthening the marine education academic research community and also promoting the sustainable development of AMEA. It means we need to survive. So anyways, and this book, and we are coming to have some section, as Yoshi was talking about the practice, and Hannah will talk about youth engagement, and it's very important, and I very appreciate, and we have 3 associations getting together and working something, and we hope the next generation can be one world, it's not some region. Thank you.
Wait, just a moment. Yoli, come here. Come here. Just you. Can you see how special it is? Normally, all the events are very centered in North America and Europe. And here, we have listened to these challenges faced by the Asian network, the Latin American network, and then we have the Lusophone Hub in the middle, thinking of all these Portuguese-speaking countries that are between the Latin America, talking about Brazil, Africa, Europe, and arriving here even in Asia. I think this is a very special moment for the ocean literacy meeting in this conference. So thank you. So now we have the next panel. I will first introduce you to the moderator. She's called Patricia Furtado, and she's the founder of an organization called Aqua Mater. Where is her? So now I want to call here my dear Yoshi that I met in 2019 in Venice. Come here, Yoshi. Where is my dear Daniela Hill from Ecuador? Come. And Salustino that I just met today. Salustino, our representative of Africa. Come here, São Tomé e Príncipe. So now you can start, you can pass the other ones. Now you have Yoshi that will start to talk. As you prefer. As you prefer. It's always better to stay closer. The floor is yours.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. Hola, todos. Okay. I'm deeply honored to be here with you and Lusophone Ocean Decade Hub, RELATO, and AMEA. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to marine educators and researchers, local and national government worldwide, and IOC UNESCO, who work tirelessly to advance ocean literacy education. My name is Tsuyoshi Sasaki, professor at Tokyo University of Marine Science Technology and chair of AMEA, Asian Marine Educators Association. I study and research since 2006 when I was become a professor after retired high school teacher, more than 20 years. Ocean literacy movement, Craig also mentioned about that, which began in the United States in 2005, was evolved into a platform for understanding the interaction between humans and the oceans on our planet. In Asia countries around in Pacific, I would like to share the best practices that have been effective in promoting ocean literacy education. Do you have this brochure? Okay, thank you very much. If you don't have, you can bring this here. Ray, the have, okay? Okay. Please take a moment and look at the brochure we have distributed. Page 17. This is the part of my job here.
I'll share with you.
Okay. This is best practices in ocean literacy promotion. Okay. At first, I will introduce my country, Japan, shortly. At first is Ocean Policy Research Institute, is OPRI's effort in promoting marine education across Japan. Over 500 schools since 2016. And my university also engaged since 2007 literacy program. So now it's developed as Ocean Town Community School, OTCS, at my university, Tumsat, aim to nurture children's agency through ocean literacy education by networking at local level. And next one is Taiwan. Ray mentioned also about Taiwan's marine education center at National Taiwan Ocean University Network with districts nationwide. And National Academy of Marine Research, NAMR, works to enhance ocean literacy competencies. And third is South Korea. Do you know the National Ocean Science Museum is the first museum who inform about ocean literacy nationally, established at the 2020 at the pandemic. And the fourth is Indonesia is also conducting the formation of Indonesia Marine Education Network. Its name is IMEN, to connect the nation islands to promote ocean literacy. And five is the Philippines, human resource development at MAP. MAP is the Marine Academy of Asia and the Pacific, and the PAEPI, such like a sea grant, the Philippine Association of Extension Program Implementation, which promote local community engagement activities nationwide. And six is Bangladesh. It's also marine science research at the University of Chittagong and promotion of ocean literacy by Blue Green Foundation, Bangladesh. Bangladesh now is start a national curriculum, including the marine science. So next is India. India also promoting ocean literacy. Our profound impression was made by the first Indian ECOP meeting. And Improve Vision 2050 had a significant impact on young people to turn off ocean literacy education, research, and taking into account the unique characteristics of each region. And Australia is also not Asia, but a very important role, a long history of promoting the marine education by AAE, had a significant influence on the Pacific marine education community. And last is the Hong Kong, creating opportunities to learn about cost of the biodiversity at Harvard School. So that's all. So I want to have a comments about that, our engagement in Asia. We aim to build a sustainable socio-ecology by respecting and enhancing the diverse relationships between humans and the ocean. A major reason for this successfully is the existence of ocean literacy as a unifying language. Because we have a lot of cultures and language around the Asian area, so it's very easy to inform each other's nurture discussion through ocean literacy. That's very important. So the concept of the ocean literacy is involving including educational program and tools that transform this awareness and knowledge into meaningful behavioral changes, approaches, and actions for ocean sustainability. So in the future, we hope to collaborate with educators, researchers, and industries around the world to develop and implement ocean literacy and to establish evaluations for specific activities aimed at enhancing ocean literacy education. I wish you all the best in your endeavors, and thank you for your continued support and cooperation. Thank you very much. Sorry.
I have just realized that I didn't introduce him. So he's the AMEA president. And Dani, well, I know, she's the founder of Amiguitos del Oceano. She's one of the ocean literacy experts of IOC UNESCO too. So, Dani, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I think now, here, yeah. So please let me know about the time because sometimes I talk too much. I think that's very Latino. So I'm very honored to be here. Thank you, Yoli, for the invitation. Thank you, for the other institutions that has permitted us to be here and share, what we all love. It's the ocean. I always say the ocean is very sexy, and why not, bringing together all ocean lovers and share experiences. So I think I want to share something that I wasn't prepared, but I come from a government institution. I work almost 10 years for the Ministry of Environment of Ecuador. And as a biologist and doing this technical work there, working with MPAs in the coastal mainland in Ecuador, because it's another world, working and living in Galapagos, but we are both Ecuador. I realized that there was something missing in our work, and then I just jumped into the cliff and tried to do, another thing. So I was thinking in my mind why we have a lot of rules and, environmental laws, I think most of our countries, but why people is not getting, the message. Maybe we have been too technical. I think also science has been more into this science community, and we haven't shared in a good way, divulgación, scientific divulgation, I think. So, while I was doing this change of life, I realized that we needed to include, but truly include people. We work with nature, we work also with people for people, but we are not including people. So the eureka moment was one time when I was with my kid. She was 4 years old in that time. And she's like, okay, Mom. She was very aware. She has been always with me. I'm a scuba diver instructor, so we always go to the beach and see. and she was very worried about these sea turtles and plastic pollution. So she invited me. She's the one who invited me to talk to her friends at preschool about what was going on in the ocean and plastic pollution and other kinds of pollutions. So the parents of those classes, that class, they didn't know that I was going because it was something very organic. And we were just talking, I showed them videos. When I was in the ministry, I implemented this underwater pickup, garbage. And she always sees those videos that is not very common for other people who are not divers or surfers or people who are, they do or practice some kind of sport, or maybe scientific people, because we can watch what is going on and what's the reality underneath the surface. So after classes, there were lots of people, the parents that they wrote, I don't know, maybe who's a parent here? Raise your hands. So I think you are all inside of a WhatsApp group of, parents. So they start chatting and they say, oh, Danny, you were at school because Martin told me about the sea lion and what's going on, and that you found garbage and, the hooks. So that was the recommend me, because I was like, these kids are so good, like ocean advocates, and they transmit the message. What happened when I was in the ministry and I talked with people, what was missing? So this connection makes a lot. So with that background, I want to, I was thinking, Yoli was saying, okay, this is like best practices. I think we have a lot of best good ideas and practices going on, but I think something that we are talking a lot, it's inclusion, but we have to think really what's inclusion and how we are making inclusion like a best, including it as a best practice. So for me, it's really including and engage people from coastal communities to this MPA's management. That's the only way that we are going to, face this problem and try to work together. And for us as a foundation, ocean literacy has been the baseline to do so. So ocean literacy has brought, thoughts, questions, feelings, conversations with, between communities and the ocean. And this is building some kind of new relationship that I never saw in 10 years during the ministry and working with MPAs. But ocean literacy and, of course, the ocean that is sexy, it's making his thing, So this inclusion, so that's, I'm sorry. As I was saying, this conversation that is made between the community and ocean is truly engage them to be involved in ocean conservation and also in ocean science. Last year, we started working with youth in our community that we work at, and we are doing citizen science, collecting data from the MPAs. We're doing underwater surveys together with another Senai which is academia, and that was another thing that I wanted to add, and I will finish with that because I'm on time. Collaborations. We cannot do this alone. So collaborations with academia, with other colleagues. We in RELATO try also always to, imagine this new region working together and impulsing ocean literacy. So I think if we are just one drop, but we're together, we're all ocean. I don't know if you have heard about that. So I think we all should have the opportunity, to stand by other ONGs initiatives. So we should all support, and if you have any opportunity to be that inclusion in your practice, do so. Thank you.
And now we have Salustino. He is, there's his, it's not here. Okay. Because he's going to introduce the video of Deborah Katisa too, but I want him to introduce himself, and then we go to the video. Salustino, please, representing our dear Africa here in the middle.
First of all, I want someone to translate to English to Portuguese to English, because for me it's better speaking in Portuguese.
But you're speaking very well. I think it would be more difficult for me to translate it.
I try speaking in English, but for me it's better when I speak in Portuguese.
Okay, so I will try to translate him again. Let's go.
Eu sou professor universitário
I am a teacher, a professor at the university.
do Direito do Mar em São Tomé e Príncipe.
The name of the university, o nome da universidade?
Universidade de São Tomé e Príncipe.
University of São Tomé e Príncipe.
São Tomé e Príncipe é o país mais bonito do mundo.
It's the most beautiful country in the world.
Para mim.
For me.
E nós é um pequeno estado insular, não é?
It's a little insular state. It's a little like a little island that is a
E
state.
confrontamos com vários desafios
And we have the border with many challenges.
do mar.
Challenges from the sea.
Porque é uma ilha, não é?
Because it's an island.
Então, nós temos muitos desafios. Temos desafios com o crescimento da população.
So we have challenges regarding the growing of the population.
E a extração da areia, não é?
And the
Para a
extraction
construção.
of the sand for construction.
Então, acaba sendo um desafio para a população.
So this is a real challenge for the population.
E porque a ilha também
And because it's an island too.
tem havido o consumo de peixe.
So people have been consuming a lot of fish.
E o consumo de peixe tem sido feito de uma forma desregrada.
And there are no rules for this fish consumption.
Porque há barcos ou navios de vários países.
Because there are boats coming from different countries.
E que têm estado a criar problemas na nossa biodiversidade.
And these boats coming from different countries are creating many problems for our biodiversity.
Então, tudo isso constitui um desafio.
So all that is a huge challenge
para o nosso país.
For our country.
Porque nós precisamos preservar a nossa biodiversidade
Because we
marinha,
need to preserve our biodiversity.
Ao mesmo tempo também que precisamos fazer o gerenciamento costeiro.
But at the same time we need to do a coastal management.
E então esta é uma oportunidade onde nós podemos entrar em contato, né, fazer um networking.
So
né?
here it's an opportunity for us to make contacts, to network with you.
Com outras organizações.
And with other organizations.
E nós estamos aqui.
And so we are here.
Porque estamos a fazer parte da UB Lusófona, que é liderada pela Universidade de São Paulo.
Hub, coordinated by University of São Paulo.
Então nós viemos aqui primeiro para partilhar aquilo que nós, os desafios que nós temos.
So we are here to share our challenges.
Promover o networking.
And promote that network.
E está aberto para receber todos os apoios que
and we are
for
open to
possível e
receive all
necessário
the support, the
para
necessary
nós
support,
melhorarmos
so that we can improve
as coisas ou os desafios que nós temos.
Improve all these challenges we have.
Obrigado, thanks.
Thank you.
Boa tarde
Now
a todos.
The video from
com muita
Deborah.
honra que me uno a este importante evento satélite da Conferência da Década do Oceano, promovido pela Unesco. Aproveito esta oportunidade para expressar minha gratidão ao Hub Lusófono da Década do Oceano pelo convite que me permite representar Cabo Verde numa ocasião de tamanha importância. Sou Débora Catiza Carvalho, primeira-dama de Cabo Verde e presidente da Fundação Direito, que visa contribuir para promover a educação para a cidadania, a paz, a justiça e o bem comum. Antes de entrar nos detalhes do projeto que pretendo partilhar aqui convosco, permitam-me contextualizar um pouco sobre o nosso país, Cabo Verde. Trata-se de um estado arquipelágico, em desenvolvimento, insular e com uma geografia económica que apresenta desafios e oportunidades únicos. Cabo Verde é composto por 10 ilhas, sendo que 9 delas são habitadas e estão localizadas a 500 km da costa ocidental africana. Apenas 10% do território é arável e os recursos minerais limitados. Este país, situado no meio do vasto Oceano Atlântico, destaca-se pela riqueza da sua diversidade cultural e pela sua localização geográfica única, caracterizada pelas suas ilhas vulcânicas. O oceano desempenha um papel fundamental na nossa economia e no sustento das nossas comunidades. Desde a pesca até o turismo e ao transporte marítimo, o mar é uma fonte vital de recursos e oportunidades para os cabo-verdianos. No que se refere ao turismo, nos últimos 20 anos tem havido um aumento do fluxo de turistas internacionais, tendo atingido recentemente 1 milhão de turistas, segundo dados do Instituto Nacional de Estatísticas. Isso tem levado ao estabelecimento crescente do número de hotéis situados à beira-mar. O setor do turismo representa 25% do PIB de Cabo Verde. Relativamente à economia azul, Cabo Verde tem uma rica biodiversidade de espécies marinhas. Portanto, a pesca e a aquacultura propiciam vantagens para diversificar as exportações e prover a subsistência de uma parcela da população. Os produtos derivados da pesca representam mais de 70% das exportações de Cabo Verde, sendo que as exportações de peixe congelado ou processado têm crescido. Contudo, não podemos ignorar os desafios que enfrentamos devido às mudanças climáticas e à degradação ambiental, especialmente no que diz respeito ao oceano. Um desses desafios é a extração ilegal da areia no nosso país. Esta prática tem sido uma fonte de rendimento basilar para muitas famílias, sobretudo aquelas lideradas por mulheres solteiras. No entanto, a exposição a condições de trabalho insalubres tem sido prejudicial para a saúde destas mulheres na extração da areia. Além disso, esta prática tem tido um impacto significativo no meio ambiente, acelerando a erosão das praias e devastando os habitats marinhos. Foi neste contexto que surgiu o projeto de investigação científica sobre mulheres na apanha ilegal da areia em Cabo Verde, realizado em colaboração com o Instituto de Ciências Sociais da Universidade de Lisboa, a Universidade de Cabo Verde, o Hub Lusófono da Década do Oceano da Universidade de São Paulo e o Instituto Superior de Economia e Gestão. Os nossos objetivos com este projeto são sensibilizar e capacitar as comunidades locais na preservação do ambiente marinho, encontrar soluções sustentáveis para a apanha de areia e propor políticas públicas que ofereçam opções de subsistência e empoderamento econômico às mulheres afetadas. Destaco igualmente a importância da cooperação e parcerias entre os países lusófonos, incluindo Brasil e Portugal, bem como acordos universitários para enfrentarmos em conjunto os desafios não só deste projeto, mas também da Década do Oceano. E para concluir, gostaria de agradecer uma vez mais pela oportunidade de partilhar a experiência de Cabo Verde e este importante projeto de investigação científica. Reitero este compromisso contínuo com a proteção dos oceanos e o desenvolvimento sustentável não só de Cabo Verde, mas de todos os países. Espero que a colaboração e a partilha de conhecimentos durante este evento contribuam para soluções eficazes na preservação dos nossos oceanos. Muito obrigada.
Thank you, Deborah. So now, before going to the next session, it's an open space for questions. We had listened to our speakers. Do you have any questions? Or my friends who are controlling the agenda of those who are following us online, if by chance it arrived a question from one of them too. Is there anyone here that wants to speak, to ask something for our guests? No, no way. Or you prefer to leave it to the end? No questions? Wow, you're really great communicators, because everything was so clear. So if there are no questions now, we'll go to the second discussion, and then maybe we can leave the questions for the end. Okay, I think that's it. So thank you, Yoshi, Daniel, Celestino. And now, I will give the floor So again, the moderator, please, moderator, you can come. And then we have Hannah Yan, Stephanie Torres, Milena Maltese Zuffo e Alison Felipe Moraes Neves. So Hannah, who was here, helped. Oh my God, how we are going to do now without you here? Oh, you have the subs. Oh, fantastic. Technology helps us a lot.
Okay, shall we start? Okay, first of all, I want to say I lost my jacket too. So if anyone sees the jacket with the brown, yeah, you're not alone. So I'm Hannah from AMEA Youth Committee. So I really want to thank to everyone to attend this event, and super happy to be here and to speak about the remarkable work that have been done by the youth around Asia and to promote ocean literacy and conservation. And with our participations, we are able to lead the next generation to face the challenge of our oceans. So thanks to the Ocean Decade Conference give us such huge stage and super powerful opportunities for us to come together and work towards the future that we want and the future that we want to shape. And it's the youth of the Asia are leading this way. So before the content, I want to, before the speech, I was wondering what's our duty and what's our obligations and what's our responsibility to the ocean, to our planet. So I hope everyone can maybe think about these questions and maybe give me the feedback after the conversation. So we have such a limited time, so I want a quick overview about the handbook that we carry from the miles away, thousands of miles away. And you can turn to the page 68. I will start with introduce how the youth have been done within the 10 years. Oh shit, I skipped the thanks to Peter section. As you know, the AMEA Youth Committee was established in 2022 in Korea. And we have the members from Taiwan, Korea, Japan, Malaysia, Philippines, Bangladesh. And not only the Asians, but also we got some friends from Sweden, Europe, and Chile from South America. And super grateful to our advisor, Peter, to lead us to a stronger network. Yeah, so I actually made a note, just make sure I won't miss anyone. But of course, everyone should be involved. So back to the handbook. Let's start with the A1. So in Taiwan, we actually put a lot of efforts on we call social responsibility and integrating marine educations and fostering international collaborations. And engagement in promoting ocean literacy involved both awareness building and such as participating in the international conference like this, and developing marine education curriculum into school. And next one is the action-oriented approaches, like we are actively participating in ocean literacy enhancement activities, like such as Ocean Challenge and Ocean Challenge contest and the Ocean Science Sequence. And that's a project and leads to a great success. And next, we turn to the page. You can see what's in China. So China is actually have the underwater love project into 3 main components, like love for coral reefs, underwater love classroom, and underwater love home. And they're just empowering youth to monitor and maintain coral reefs, transforming fishing villages into hubs of marine tourism and conservation, and fostering a positive public attitude toward the ocean and creating some favorable conditions for coral reefs restoration. And next, we got to Japan. Japan. I'll say Toma Asano, I guess is that, highlights the Nitobi's significant contribution to international cooperation and education with UNESCO's current objects. He emphasized the importance of character education and the value of nature. and the potential for individuals to contribute positively to society and the environment, particularly in relation to respect and harmony between humans and the environment. Okay, next one is Korea. Page 81. So Korea is actually having an ocean science big data contest aimed to support the objects of the UN ocean science and focusing on the enhancing ocean and data literacy in South Korea. And it comprised data analysis and visualization categories, including a spatial session for middle and high school students. So next, we fly to Bangladesh. Okay, Bangladesh. Students are organizing the beach cleanups, rallies for climate actions, and seminars on sustainable development goals. And it's all driven by the deep passion for the health of our oceans. And the next one, we goes to the Philippines. Yes, page 87. So, the youth of MAAP are leveraging the power of education, community engagement, and advocacy, and international collaborations to elevate ocean literacy from the local to the global level, which is very remarkable. And the last one is we come to Malaysia. They have a reef skate project and initiate focus on the promoting ocean literacy through the unconventional means and the first marine theme board game in Malaysia, and designed to educate people about the marine species and the threats to coral reefs. And to the last one, I will just talk about a marine social scientist surrounding various stakeholders, including government, non-government, and private organizations. And they emphasize the importance of educating youth about marine ecosystem and advocacy and interdisciplinary learning, and utilizing technology for marine conservation efforts. So in the end, I just want to emphasize 3 points that we really need to create more opportunities for young people to participate in the international conference or workshop or like exchanges. And we have to invest in developing sustainable marine education into our schools and into our lives. And next, we have to empower more people to advocate for policy change and collaborate across the border, because we have so many members from various countries. And in the last, I just want to say, for the youth, we're eager to be heard, we're eager to be involved, and as we need to amplify our voices, and we really need a strong back to support us. And so when it comes to the ocean, for the future, I believe that youth are the leaders to the tomorrows, and hope you guys could join us. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry. Well, thank you for that presentation. Also, thank you for joining us. Thank you so much, Jolie. Thank you so much, Patricia, to everyone for this opportunity. I'm so grateful that we have so different networks, because it's so important for us to work, because to exchange ideas, because we have different realities, we have different backgrounds, and it's so important that we are all connected as well. Well, I'm Stephanie Torres. I'm 25 years old. I'm marine biologist, and also I'm the Sustainable Ocean Alliance Peru Hub leader. That's why I'm from Peru. Sustainable Ocean Alliance is the largest community of young ocean leaders. We are more than 7,000 young people from 186 countries working together to restore the health of the ocean, to looking for solutions to the main problem facing our ocean. And SOA Peru started in 2017. We started like a group of marine biologists that were studying the career. And one of the main reasons that we started SOA is because we couldn't find this community that could empower more young people into ocean action. And also one of the first projects and like big projects that we did in SOE Peru was based in environmental education and ocean literacy. But it was made because we didn't like the way that we were being taught these topics. We didn't like how sometimes classrooms could be like these cold spaces. We were so afraid to ask silly questions. We didn't like the way that we were like having all this information, all these problems, but nobody was talking about solutions. Nobody was talking about how we can contribute, how can we do to solve these problems. And for that, we started working on ocean literacy. And since 2017, especially since 2020, we've been working improving ocean literacy and climate literacy from coastal fishing communities. And for us, that has been such a journey of learning, because we could understand, and me especially, like a marine biologist, I could understand how important it is to involve communities, and also how important it is to have programs or projects based on this local knowledge, and also including and promoting the participation of this community. Because I think that we have to change this idea that we are going to this community as savers, because we are actually going to learn, we are going to exchange ideas, we're going to empower them in a certain way. And that's something that we also have learned in all this journey. And just last year we have an amazing experience working with young people from public schools in coastal communities. We've been working about natural protected areas, and at the end of the project, we were able to collect like their perceptions about these NPAs, natural protected areas, and also we were able to include or to collect all the ideas they have on how the management of these areas could improve. And it was amazing because there were some ideas that we could never expected, and now all this information is going to be used in a huge management tool for these natural protected areas that is called the Plan Maestro or the Master Plan. So it's a huge tool, a huge instrument to manage these areas. And it was an amazing experience, like that also made us realize how important it is to listen to these groups, to also go to learn and to exchange this idea. And also for us as young people, I think that it is so important that we can be seen as an allies, because we are not only youth, we are also professionals, we are community leaders, we are also, and also nobody understands our realities better than us. As young people, and as you mentioned, as you have showed us, like we are not only asking or demanding the sustainable future with a sustainable ocean that we deserve and we want. We are building it through concrete action, so we deserve a space in the decision-making table. Our voices deserve to be heard also. And I'm so grateful that we also have RELATO, because as young people, we are so aware of the importance of having a network, to having a community of support where we can find hope, and also a community that could remind us that we are not alone in this huge and difficult journey to save our ocean, because it's not gonna be easy. And as young people, I would love to highlight also the importance of the right allies, to have people, to have mentors, organizations that could support our work and also respect our work. And I'm so grateful that RELATO can be that for us too. Thank you so much.
Sorry. So my name is Milena. I'm a PhD candidate in sustainability at the University of São Paulo, and I am the co-coordinator of networking and partnerships at the Lusophone Hub. I will talk a little about how we are facing challenges with engaging with young people. I have been working with research groups related to ocean science at least since 2014 when I was an undergrad, and it was mostly focused on Brazil. But now that I'm working with Portuguese-speaking countries, I can see that we have similar challenges. Most of the works, they are volunteer, so it's never really big challenge to create the research group in itself, but how to explain to young people that can actually help them to achieve something in their career or to build something. And then in Portuguese-speaking countries, we have a huge problem with funding, and although we can foster a lot of international mobility, academic mobility through partnerships between universities, we also have a huge challenge related to scholarships and promoting internships and welcoming new researchers. Also, we lose a lot of these young people to the private sector because of this lack of funding in our societies. And nowadays, our main partners have been both the government and the university. We are seeking to create more scholarships and to, especially with our partners in other countries, especially small islands and African states. And I think our next goal would be to engage more with the private sector as well, to create internships and business opportunities to these young people so we can welcome them in a bit more reasonable way. So Alison will address the issues that we have been facing regarding diversity and young people in the sense.
Thank you, Milena. Hi, everyone. I'm Alison Moraes. I would like to thank you all to attend our event. I'm a master's student in sustainability at the University of São Paulo. My background is in public policy management, and I work with advocacy and projects at the Lusophone Hub of the Ocean Década. About the opportunities of young people in our group, we also have challenges to increase diversity and inclusion. When we talk about PhD and master's programs, we don't have equal opportunities for all. As Milena said, young people is aware of the challenges to enter into the job market. And the reality in most of the Portuguese-speaking countries is the lack of funding to promote and empower diverse groups. We have been thinking about opportunities to engage women, Black and Indigenous people with our hub. So currently, we've been successful in promoting international mobility partnerships, and also we aim to increase this rate. Consider racial, social, and gender aspects. This is one of the most important challenges we want to overcome. At our hub's composition, student engagement and inclusive practices ensure it serves as a platform for fostering equity and inclusion within the Ocean Década. Thank you all for the opportunity. I hope events and initiatives like this can promote ways to overcome these issues.
Can you see how incredible it is to have these guys here giving all these messages and saying what they are doing? You know, I have been working with different international organizations as a mentor of ocean water climate leaders. But don't tell the organizers that the truth is that I am called the mentor, but I am mentored by them, because they are not just the future, as we used to say, they are the present. And as Stephanie was saying, they have the right, and we need to have their reflections and their positions in the decision-making tables. So thank the organizers again to give space for these 4 guys here and 3 women. It's really nice. Thank you. And now if you have any questions, I don't believe you will not have one at least. I cannot believe. or even a comment or something, or share an experience that is related to something they have said or those in the panel before. I saw a hand. Come here. I saw a hand, please. And she's young and a woman. Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you so much. It's a quite amazing experiment for me because I attend so much event during this day, but this one is like a really, the atmosphere is just so friendly and everybody seems so happy. So the other one is kind of serious. But I would like to share the comment. I'm now at the stage of early career researcher, which I'm kind of feel like, I'm not ever in a naive youth anymore. So I'm thinking like I should take more responsibility. So I'm trying to bring the ocean literacy could be a conflict, but that could also be an opportunity. For example, there is a documentary, there is a marine protected area in the northern Taiwan called Chaojing. There is a diver and he saw the fishing boat and said, this is a marine protected area. How can you go into that? So he's like protest. But actually the fisherman is, the diver is across the safe line. So he is really worried if he will be hit by boat. So they both have kind of like ocean literacy, but they have the conflict. So this is like, as a marine social scientist, it's my duty to build the bridge through the science between like the policy and society. So I hope I feel youth more, but I think through the age, we take more responsibility, but I believe we can play important role and do the transdisciplinary work together. And I would like to share the sentence I was here today. This morning, a lady said, ocean is like a boat. It takes all us in it and travel to the universe. So, but I will add some extra information. We see on the board in a different angle, different direction, so we see the different view, but we are on the same boat. Thank you. I'm Pei, I'm from Taiwan. I do marine protected area design with fishermen.
That's why UNESCO launched a campaign saying, drop the S. We cannot talk about oceans, but we have one ocean that connects us all. Another hand!
I wish I had the energy of these last two. You are an amazing moderator. Really. So, George Cummings, Austin, Texas, UN Ocean Ambassador, inducted in 2017. None of this is about me, but literacy is absolutely the key. We know that. Ignorance is why we're here today. We would not have the ocean that we have today if we would have done what Cousteau wanted us to do when I first started watching his films in 1950. So we all know we love the ocean, therefore we protect it. We need to get other people to love the ocean like we do, and they will protect it too. So honor to everyone here. This is so humbling to see collaborations. The 17th goal, number 17, that is the one. We are walking the walk of SDG 17. Find somebody, connect with them, get them involved, get them aware. They will do the same thing we're doing. Once they have the knowledge, the vast majority of people want to do the right thing. So, honor to you all. George Cummings, Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas. So I spend, for the last 7 years, my territory, my project. If anybody wants this, come find me. You can scan the QR code I'll give you. So I have carved out the North Atlantic ecosystem. I'm a biochemist, a scientist. I started diving in 1986 on the Great Barrier Reef, observing sharks with video. And so I've been at it a while. I have worked 20 years with Sylvia Earle, and that's why I was at the UN. So anyway, again, none of this is about me. It's that you can just be like a school teacher. You could be You can just be like all these people here. You don't have to be the leader of the UN to do things, or the leader of IOC or UNESCO. We can all, everybody, here's what I say, everybody has superpowers. And do you think we are one ocean? We are one tribe, Homo sapien. We have one blue mission. It will be impossible to have a healthy planet without a healthy ocean. We must make this, it is the priority, we just must ratchet it up more and more and more.
Who will have the courage to talk after him? Oh, come. I understood you wanted to talk, but even if you didn't want, you can come. So,
So I was going to say after him, like, you're putting me in a really bad position. I do have one question, though, to everybody, and also to Daniela, because she gave me the idea. How do we make the ocean sexy for the young people? Like, because you guys have a lot of experience, even though you're young, younger than me, but you don't know a lot of things about the ocean, and you're focusing on the ocean. But how do we get non-ocean focused people, especially young people, that I think are always the best way to go to make a change? How do we make it more interested in the ocean and all this stuff? Yeah. So.
Who will take it?
Maybe.
Yeah. So
what
we are.
What will be your answer to your question?
No, one of the reasons that I'm also asking this question is because we are part of a Blue Ocean initiative. We are participating in Japan. We will have a Blue Ocean Dome next year in the Expo, World Expo, that it will be in Osaka. And one of the things we are wondering ourselves is how do we get, because our dome is going to be about the ocean, about recycling plastics, about how do we have a sustainable ocean. And that's the same question that we have, like how do we involve the young people to visit our pavilion and be interested in all this stuff. So it's a really hard question. But I was hoping that between everybody's brains we can get all together and find a way that we can create an impact in the world.
Yeah, maybe I can share some of the experience we've had before. So engaging young people, as we told, is like quite hard. But what we feel is they are really into technology and they are really into contests. So whatever you can blend contests, give them like who can draw the best drawing about this issue, and then you will win literally anything. It's just about participating. And we can always draw, so because in the academic we do more about research, so contests about resource and so on, but if you can blend technology and a contest, so you can actually bring them to participate of something that it's exciting, it always helps us somehow.
Thank you for that question, because we've been also working on that. Like, it's such an issue for us as well. I would say that, and it's something that Sylvia always said, also Sylvia Arale, is we have to get into the ocean. We have to get these people into the ocean, because we have like to build this type of connection, like all the sense, all the feelings that you get when you are in the ocean. And I don't know if you have realized this, but like the ocean community is a very passionate community. It's like we are so open, we are so welcome, we are feeling so much, and that's what the ocean do to us. So to me, it's like to developing this sense of belonging with the ocean, the connection. And it's also a term called blue mind that is so important to us, that is how we feel better to be near to the ocean. And sometimes we don't realize or we underestimate that time of force. 2 years ago, in Peru happened a huge oil spill. 11,900 barrels were spilled in Peru. And to me it was horrible, because I thought that it happened that disaster, that huge disaster had to happen so people could see to the ocean and realize how under protection it was. But after that, also, there were more people that were involved into the protection of the ocean. And something that we do is also train young people, and we started to knowing the marine biodiversity of their place that was affected by the oil spill. And that was the most beautiful part, because they were seeing this ecosystem with a different perspective, with a different view. They were seeing how everything is connected, how everything is important. And also during the oil spill, there were so many fishermen that we've been working after the oil spill that they were saying how bad they were feeling, because it's not was only the place that they went to extract all these fish. That was also the place that they went to feel relaxed. That was also their home. So building this type of connection for us is truly and also truly very important. Start for this sense of belonging, this empathy to the ocean, this connection that we all have, and it is so important to share. So maybe for.
Before passing the mic to her, because we have here another. Oh, because you want to go.
Yeah, I just wanted to add because. Yeah, I think there is magic going on here everywhere. The ocean community, it's a big magic place to be. And that's one thing that we need also to work with communities and people we are working with. So one of the things besides technology, it's also, doing this field work, taking people to nature, especially getting in touch with water, because water makes its magic. And the thing is that, and there is a big challenge, because not everywhere, despite people is living just in front of the sea, they don't know how to swim. We have been working for 6 years in Amiguitos del Oceano Foundation in coastal communities in more than 38, and with more than 10,000 kids, and the 63 or 65% or maybe more, they don't know how to swim. So it's a big challenge to take them, because there is this, lack of information. Maybe some family died because they were fishermen, they didn't know how to swim. So there are ancestral, they pasaparola, they tell, the grandfather, and we were talking yesterday about this. So it's important to start being as a messengers of the ocean, to break this divorce that I call with the ocean and nature, and try to get involved more people into the nature, into the water. Visuals, photographs, when as a diver, I can say that that's very impactful for people, because as I was saying, few people are very lucky, and maybe who's a diver here, or a snorkeling, or AMEA, who makes free diving. So we're very lucky, and very few percentage of the world that we have been able to go underwater and see what really magic, and for me it's like spiritual, place. So, but most of people, they don't get to do that. So, at least what we are doing is also trying to get them in the water through swimming classes. Let's go to see this MPA, let's go to another one, and we can see the interconnection. Principle one is just we're one ocean, we're all connectivity, it's all interconnected. So that's also something that we all should, predicate to everybody, so we can truly feel as one. And as you were saying, Austin, Texas, I really appreciate your words. You got me, because we do are one.
She was not with her hands up, but she came to me and said, please, I would like to tell something too. So here you are.
Thank you so much. So today it's a really good honor to be here and be with the ocean community here. And I wanted to share a story, is that how I got involved into this ocean community. So as everybody may know, Taiwan is a small island on Pacific Ocean. But actually, it's uncommon for the people, for the youth, for the students to swim or do any water activities in the ocean. And I think that's partly because of some historical reasons, and then also during the wartime, and the government would kind of block the beach so that people think that beach is a dangerous place. But now, like in the past few years, people starting to realize, okay, we are island countries. How come we are not connecting to it? How come we know so little about it? And so the reason why I got into the ocean community is because before I get into the university, I never went to the beach. I never swim into the ocean. But my university, which is very, very beautiful, is right by the ocean. And that's when I got the chance to go sailing by our school. So that's when I started to fall in love with the ocean. And then I also realized the problem of our ocean. So I decided to do something about it. I want to impact the people around me. And I was thinking about the different approaches. Because when the reason why people don't want to go into the beach mostly because they don't know about it. So they would not have the intention to get into the water. So me and my team, we came up an idea that maybe we will bring the ocean to the land and to show the people. So here's what we did. We organized an immersive ocean exhibition so that people can see what I see under the water. And the result was amazing. A lot of people started to get involved, and they also fell in love with the ocean. And then they would start getting so curious and ask me about it. And I think, come back to the questions you had, I think maybe doing it from different approaches, doing it from different angle, either technology or art or science, I think all the ways could help getting more people into this ocean community. Thank you.
I know we are running out of time. I will close, but I have to say something. Some of you were in an event I was talking before, and we are here in this last moment that we are inside the mystery of the ocean. This unknown, that is still unknown, even if you know a lot about it. That they were talking about our connection to the ocean, and ocean literacy is about the human relationship with the ocean. Stephanie was talking about blue mind, about that concept. And we have been talking, we have to connect, we have to reconnect, but we forget that the ocean is our common ancestor. The first living self was there, and we are the consequence of all this evolutionary process that brought us there. Our blood plasma has the same chemical properties as the ocean. Our organs are complexified marine organisms. We are a moving ocean. The ocean we carry within. So we have to connect, to reconnect, but it is inside us. We are part of the water cycle. The water has been recycled inside all living beings since the beginning of time. So the ocean is inside us. That's why we have this magic. That's why the ocean, there's something that comes. That's why traditional populations talk about our spiritual connection with the ocean. Of course, we have to work for its health. It's our health. The ocean health is the planet's health. It's our health. We cannot separate that. So, thank you. Ray, please, and Yolanda has something here to talk to. So come here. And please, no, you don't want to come. But okay, the Lusophone Hub is here in the air.
Yes, I know it's overtime and we need to close up, but I have some words to say because we have very limited time. We applied 3 hours, but just have 90 minutes. So we have so many friends here and we have to make a connection, but we use 90 minutes and we saw so many countries and we saw so many really need help. That's the United Nations missions. We cannot be centralized, but decentralized, and we can do everyone doing cooperation. So appreciate, and Renato appreciates everyone, and Stacy here, and so many ninjas here, Sean, they're here. So I hope this is the beginning, and we need to go to the next steps, and let's work together. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you a lot, Rai. Thank you a lot for being here, sharing with us. I think that I'm so happy to not be the only one who cried in that kind of events, because it's so emotional to just have the time to share feelings about what we love and how we can take care about that. So I think that one of the most important things to taking care about something that we are worried about is to learn. And that, for me at least, has been an exchange of skills and capacities and ideas and experience. And this is one of the most important things for me. Like every time I want to continue growing, listening all the people that has bringing new ideas from different contexts, from different perspectives is amazing. So thank a lot for all of you being here. I would love to hear some feedback from you later in some point. Just try to continue connected with all the networks that you have heard about here. I want to give a very big applause to our artist today, Patricia. I love you. I cannot say how much thanks. I can say, like, you really bring all your energy to maintain all the conversation alive, and then all the people enthusiastic. So thank you a lot. And I also want to say thanks to Rai. I said that at the very beginning because he has supported a lot in the organization. Also, Milena, if you can come a little bit here, please. RELATO has a very small present. So Wanya, also, if you can join us, if you can give that. So it's just a small present, but just to really appreciate, because they have paid for everything here. So RELATO has no money, never. We didn't have fund there. So they support us a lot on being here. So just a very small present so you can bring a small of RELATO to your places.
Thank you so much.
And I don't know if someone else wants to say something to close the event. Yeah. So we are almost done. If any comment, any closed comment, words, someone?
Group photo.
Yes. A group photo, okay. So join us for the group photo, I think.
Yeah, we have
we could be here.
Section. Yes, go to the next slide. Yes.
And thank you so much again.